Special features or characteristics of or greatness of Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. The special features or characteristics or greatness of Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti are innumerable and cannot be described in details. Some most important features I am citing now. First, Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti envisages and provides for adherence to Varnashrama Dharma, four grand goals, Purushartha Chatushtaya, four stages, Ashrama Chatushtaya, four divisions or four classes, Varna Chatushtaya, four spiritual qualifications, Sadhana Chatushtaya, in human life for achieving gradual evolution towards the Supreme Being, the original source, and for living an ideal, successful, complete, fulfilled, purposeful, prosperous, happy, and peaceful ideal human life upon the earth plane. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti prescribes achievement of four grand goals of ideal human life, that is dharma, righteousness, artha, economic prosperity, kama, fulfillment of vital worldly desires, and moksha, liberation of soul. It accords primary and supreme place to dharma, righteousness, and moksha, liberation of soul in human life, and therefore it is predominantly dharmic, religious or righteous, and adhyatmic or spiritual. Dharma and adhyatma are the life's part and parcel, and the very life breaths of the people of this country called India or Bharata. Nevertheless, it does not ignore artha or economic prosperity and kama or fulfillment of vital worldly desires, but recognizes, accepts, and accords those grand goals their due places in human life. These arrangements lead to acquiring of lasting happiness and eternal peace, besides achievement of true material prosperity and fulfillment of legitimate vital worldly desires in human life. Third, number 3, Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti exhorts the people of India or Bharata to believe in the principles of common fatherhood of one God and universal brotherhood of all human beings upon this earth planet. The whole universe is one family, and let all people of the world become happy. Keeping this in view, the people of this country understand, accept, and tolerate the people and their religions and their cultures of all other countries of the whole world, and also maintain unity of religions and offer prayer for peace of all people of all countries throughout the whole world. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti is broad, inclusive, and pluralistic. It understands and believes that from spiritual point of view, the entire human race is one, that all religions speak of the same essential truths of religion, and that the Bhagavan of the Hindus, the Allah of the Muslims, and the God of the Christians and Almighty Supreme Being are one. It further understands and believes that truth is one, but the Vipras or the wise can speak it in different ways. Therefore, it has tolerated the religions of others and has given place to such religions in its fold. Therefore, also, together with the people of the Hindu religion, the people belonging to Muslim and the Christian religion, as well as all other religions, live amicably, cordially, harmoniously, and peacefully in this Hindu majority country. Number 5, the vision of unity in diversity is another special feature of Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. According to our culture or Sanskruti, the people from spiritual point of view see the same self or Atma or Ansa or part of the Paramatma or God in all living beings or in all people, irrespective of their religion, faiths, beliefs, caste, creed, class, sect, color, religion, language, etc., which are so numerous and diverse in our country. Also, the people of our country maintain and feel, from national point of view, as a part of patriotism and loyalty to our country and sense of belongingness and togetherness, unity among themselves, and consider themselves as all as Indians or Bharatiyas in spite of such diversity. Sixth, number 6. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti is broad and tolerant. It has understood and accepted the cultures of others and has therefore tolerated many foreign invasions. Due to such invasions, this Hindu culture has seen degeneration many a time in the past. But in spite of this same, it has risen again and it survives in all ages and in all times, because it is an external culture based on the Vedas, the eternal and God given holy scripture of the world. Number 7. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti exhorts the people of India or Bharata to see the whole creation as the manifestation of God, the Almighty Supreme Lord, and therefore the people believe, accept, and see the presence or existence of God not only in all human beings all over the world, but also in all other animate beings such as plants, trees, and animals, and insects, and even all inanimate things, including stones and mountains. Number 8. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti is eternal as it has come from the Vedas, which, having come from the heart of the Almighty Supreme Lord through his nostrils, and revealed to the great rishis and seers of this sacred land of Bharatavarsha, are eternal. Number 9. Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti is the most ancient and the oldest culture of the world, as it has come from the Vedas, which are the most ancient and the oldest scriptures of the world, as nobody knows when they were revealed by God to the ancient rishis and seers. Number 10. In Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, the people worship Gayatri, goddess Gayatri, Guru, the spiritual preceptor, Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Gomata, mother cow, and Ganga, goddess river Ganga, with great reverence and devotion as most holy. Number 11. In Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, the male persons treat the females with love, affection, and great respects and keep them in high reverence. The females are regarded as embodiments of creation and preservation, and as the embodiments of seva, service, tyaga or sacrifice, patience, endurance, renunciation, love, affection, kindness, forgiveness, etc. They are treated as ardhangini or half body of their husbands. The male persons offer their high place to them in the family and in the society. Our holy scriptures say that the gods reside in those families where the females are worshipped. They are also regarded as Devi or goddess Lakshmi or goddess Durga. Similarly, the females treat their husbands as gods, perform their conduct towards them accordingly, and pay them great respect and devotion. They also regard them as Deva or God Narayana. 12. In Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, there is a prevalent of joint family system in the society, which is highly helpful, advantageous, and beneficial for all members of the family. 13th. In Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, the people believe in and treat mother as God, father as God, Acharya or Guru as God, Atithi or guest as God, and pay them respects accordingly. 14. The education system for students in the centers of education called Gurukulas or Rishikulas in the ancient time under Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti is unique. The students were imparted moral, ethical, religious and spiritual education in addition to secular education in different subjects. The system of education was character building, life building and man making. 15. In Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, the Guru Shishya, preceptor disciple or teacher student relationship is intimate, noble, special and unique. The disciples or students or Shishyas repose utmost Shraddha or love and Vishwas or faith to their teachers and show great bhakti or devotion and pay highest respect to them. The preceptors or teachers or gurus extend genuine and unalloyed love and affection to their students. In view of the above special features or characteristic of Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, it is regarded as the universal, unique, unparalleled, sublime, lofty, grand, great and ideal culture of the world. In spite of the greatness of our country, India or Bharata, and the greatness of our Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, as stated, we do not accept the same because due to abolition of our country's religious, spiritual and cultural education, study of our country's Sanskrit language, and introduction and placing of great emphasis on foreign English language in our schools, colleges, universities and other educational institutions by Thomas Babington Macaulay in 1835 during British rule in our country with an ulterior motive. We remained ignorant about our own country and our own culture, the knowledge about which are contained in our holy scriptures which have been written in Sanskrit language, and came to know about the Western country and Western culture through English language. And then we developed a mindset to like whatever is Western or English is good. We developed so much of such liking for Western country and Western culture that we developed dislike and adverse towards our own country and our own culture. We feel ashamed and lowly to talk of our own country and our own culture, what to speak of following the same in our life. But we feel very proud, high and modern in liking and following Western culture which is not our own, which is not suitable for us, which is not meant for us. We have the process lost our self-pride and our self-esteem and are incurring permanent losses and irreparable damages in our lives. We do not study our holy scriptures, neither we are capable of doing so as we are ignorant of our Sanskrit language. We also do not listen to the discourses of our holy saints and sages. And even if we happen to listen to such discourses, we do not believe in their sayings and do not accept the same. But if the Westerners speak the same thing in English language, what our saints and sages say, then we readily believe in them and readily accept their sayings. In this blind manner, we have to build our mindset. In this situation of such Western mindset, let us read a few comments, observations, opinions and views of some Western philosophers, thinkers, educationists, scientists and eminent personalities about our country and our culture, and after reading the same we will know, believe and accept the greatness of our own country and our own culture. Dr. Paul Brunton, who has devoted his life to the study of Indian philosophy and yoga, holds that the West has little to learn from present day India. I shall not trouble to deny, but that we have much to learn from Indian sages of the past and from the few live today. I unhesitatingly assert the secret India's spiritual life still exists despite storms of political agitation which now hide it, and I have tried to give authentic record of more than one adept who has attained a strength and serenity for which we lesser mortals wistfully yearn. A Search in Secret India, page 5 and 7. Nicholas Roerich says, Himalayas, here is the abode of rishis. Here resounded the sacred flute of Krishna. Here thundered the blessed Gautama Buddha. Here originated all Vedas. Here lived Pandavas. Here Aryavarta. Here is Sambala. Himalayas, jewel of India. Himalayas, the sacred symbol of ascent. Oh, Bharata, the beautiful, let me send thee my heartfelt admirations for all the greatness and inspiration which fill thy ancient wisdom, for glorious cities and temples, thy meadows, thy deobans, thy sacred rivers and majestic Himalayas. The great French savant Sylvain Levy says, from Persia to the Chinese Sea, from the icy region of Serbia to the islands of Java and Borneo, from Oceania to Socotra, India has propagated her beliefs, her tales, her civilization. She has left indelible imprints upon 1/4 of the human race in the course of a long succession of centuries. She has the right to reclaim in universal history the rank that ignorance has refused her for a long time, and hold her place amongst the great nations, summarizing and symbolizing the spirit of humanity. About 100 years ago, while delivering his lectures at Cambridge in 1882, Professor Max Muller, an eminent modern German educationist, said, if we were to look over the whole world to find out the country most richly endowed with all the wealth, power and beauty that nature can bestow, in some parts a very paradise on earth, I should point to India. The professor continued, if I were asked under what sky the human mind has most fully developed some of its choicest gifts, has most deeply pondered over the greatest problems of life, and has found solutions of some of them which well deserve the attention even of those who have studied Plato and Kant, I should point out India. And if I were to ask myself from what literature we the Europe may draw the corrective which is most wanted in order to make our inner life more perfect, more comprehensive, more universal, in fact, more truly human a life, not only this life, but a transfigured and eternal life, again I should point to India. Will Durant, a well-known modern American historian, says, India was the motherland of our race, and Sanskrit the mother of Europe's languages. She was the mother of our philosophy, mother through the Arabs of much of our mathematics, mother through the Buddha of the ideals embodied in Christianity, mother through the village community of self-government and democracy. Mother India is in many ways the mother of all of us. In view of the above facts, our country, our motherland India or Bharata is a great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal country in the world. Our Indian culture, our Bharatiya Sanskruti is also great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal. Therefore, friends, let us love our great country, India or Bharata, and our great Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. And let us follow our great Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. Let us live our life on the pattern as has been exhorted in our Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. And then let us shine as a true Bharatiya, radiate as a real Bharatiya, and feel proud to be a genuine Bharatiya. And thus, let us live our most precious human life upon this earth plane successfully, completely, purposefully, prosperously, happily, and peacefully. And thus, let us live our life ideally. Now, to acquire more knowledge regarding Indian culture, for acquiring detailed knowledge on this topic, please study the lesson number 8 on Indian culture, Bharatiya Sanskruti, in volume number 10 of the book Youth, Arise, Awake and Adopt the Right Path of Life, written by Swami Sivananda Saraswati and Swami Chidananda Saraswati. As we have discussed yet, according to Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti, moksha or liberation of the soul is the supreme grand goal of ideal human life. This grand goal can be achieved by practice of spirituality in human life. Spirituality or the science of the self or Brahma Vidya can be discussed by knowing four broad points. Those are real identity of human beings, true purpose of human life, paths for achievement of true purposes of human life, and efforts needed to achieve the same. The last 2 points can be divided into many sub points. Let us discuss the first 2 points in the next 2 lessons in this program. Here ends the lesson number 6 on Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskruti. Oh.